January 15th, 2025. The markets are up today, though it appears there was a coordinated attempt to crush precious metals earlier this morning. Silver was down significantly at one point, a great buying opportunity, but the metals clawed back to break even. I expect another breakout soon. There is a literal war being waged against gold and silver right now. I recently read an article titled "Plundered Coins, Doomed Empires," which highlights how Washington is using a pirate dollar to quietly debase our currency. Debasement is the oldest trick in the book. When a regime can't tax or grow enough to fund its wars and handouts, it steals from savers by diluting the money. In ancient Rome, they reduced the silver content in the denarius. In modern America, we detonate deficits and let inflation vaporize the value of your bonds and dollars. The official charts say everything is under control, but the system is choosing a slow-motion default over an honest collapse. The lessons of 2008 and the value of hard assets. We are heading toward a collapse that will be 1,000 times worse than it should have been because we never let the cycle complete in 2008. Instead of a natural correction, the government injected trillions into banks and auto companies. Now, we are left with permanent inflation and a world that has lost faith in the US dollar. I am not a licensed financial advisor, just a man who loves his country and his fellow Americans. I don't want to see anyone get hurt, regardless of their background or beliefs, but the system is too far gone. You must protect yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. If you haven't started stacking gold and silver, you should consider it. Many people won't realize what's happening until they are too broke to buy in. Critics call gold a pet rock, but for 5,000 years, it has never been worth zero. Even Bank of America, which once dismissed it, is now predicting gold will hit $5,000 and silver will top $100. They see the writing on the wall. The coming housing and tech crash. We are currently on a Titanic taking on water. Look at the data from the first 2 weeks of 2026. Foreclosure crisis. Banks seized 367,000 homes in 2025. In Florida, foreclosure filings were up 57% this past December compared to the previous year. Vaporized equity. Many people feel wealthy because of home equity, but that wealth can disappear overnight as the market is flooded with discounted bank-owned properties. Commercial decline. Multifamily delinquencies have hit post-Great Recession highs. As demand for rentals wanes and employment stagnates, we are seeing the beginning of a massive bubble burst. We need a return to reality. The current market is a Ponzi scheme propped up by funny money. A crash is necessary so that regular people can actually afford to live again. Economic struggles and the border crisis. The promised manufacturing boom has been a bust so far. Manufacturing employment has declined every month since Liberation Day, with 72,000 fewer workers than when the initiatives were first announced. While you can't blame everything on the current administration yet, the clock is ticking. Furthermore, the 41-year-old trucking giant STG Logistics recently filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, a major red flag for the lifeline of our economy. Meanwhile, our tax dollars are being diverted at an appalling rate. Medicaid spending. Over $1.8 billion has been funneled to illegal immigrants across 8 states. The California crisis. California remains the worst offender, prompted Dr. Oz's agency to withhold $300 million in funding. Veteran neglect. In Los Angeles, hundreds of veterans are sleeping in tents on the streets while taxpayer money is funneled elsewhere. Civil unrest in Minnesota. The lawlessness on our streets is reaching a breaking point. Last night in Minnesota, an ICE agent was attacked with a shovel by an individual here illegally. The incident sparked a massive riot where hundreds of people destroyed federal vehicles and stole firearms, ammunition, and sensitive documents. When you have militant groups mobilizing to disrupt deportations and attacking law enforcement, you are looking at the ingredients of a civil war. We are seeing a total disregard for the laws that make a civilization function. Final thoughts. If America falls to socialism or communism, it isn't coming back. Those who advocate for these systems have never lived under them. They are playing with fire and jeopardizing our children's freedom. The system is making you more dependent so it can have more control. My advice remains the same. Be your own central bank. Be your own police. Detach yourself from the system as much as possible.